I'm Victoria Mejia. I'm a licensed realtor in Langley, and I'm here for your market update. So there have been a lot of shifts happening in the market recently, and everyone in the industry has felt it. There are more inventory coming on the market, which is so exciting for buyers. Though it is still considered a seller's market, there are some shifts happening, which are very exciting. If you've been a buyer out there who's been struggling in the craziness of the last few months, there's hope for you yet, okay? A few things that I've been noticing is there are subject offers now. So before, in the last couple of months, it was like subject free always, not even going to be looked at if you didn't have a subject. You had a subject on there, not happening. That is not the case anymore, thank goodness. So subjects are back, subject to financing, subject to inspection. These are really important things to protect the buyers. And it was very risky to do no subjects in previous offers that was happening, especially if you weren't properly advised by a professional mortgage broker. So unfortunately, I have been hearing from a few realtors and some houses that have been coming back on the market that sold a few months ago that they have had deals collapse because they did subject-free offers. The buyers did subject-free offers. They were ill-advised. They did not do it in the safe way to do a subject-free offer, and they ended up not being able to complete. And those people, unfortunately, they lose their deposit and potentially more. So it's very risky for buyers to do that. And those houses have now come back on the market and they're trying to sell it again. So you can understand that's a mess. But you know, great news, subjects are back, which you should do. It's a huge investment for your family. Subject to finance, subject to inspection, all that stuff is really important. So those are back, which is great. The other thing is there's a stress test right now. So the stress test was implemented on June 1st. And it has been told to us through our brokerage that the stress test actually applies even if you were pre-approved on anything you write from now on. So if you were pre-approved for a purchasing price and then you go to write on a house on June 3rd, the new stress test rules apply to you. So make sure that you connect with your mortgage broker and your realtor and ask those questions. What do I need to know about the stress test? How am I going to be affected? What is my purchasing power like now? I need to know what I'm going to be looking at, right? So make sure they're communicating with you about those things if they haven't already. The other thing that's huge is list price. So a couple months ago, buyers were going in and they're seeing a list price and they're thinking, okay, I have to calculate 50,000 more or 100,000 more over asking. So these are the houses I can look at, and they're looking at a certain price range depending on your house, right? So you couldn't trust the list price. Now today, listing agents are advising their clients, let's list at the price that you want to sell it, which is amazing. So listing at the price that the seller is going to be happy to sell it with. So that is a huge change, little shift that's happening right now. Not all agents are on board with that yet, but the ones that are more on top of the market shift are doing that. Okay, so that's really important and that's really exciting because it's really confusing when it's all over the place, and it will be for a bit, but I think it should settle down and you'll see more listings that are going to be at the price that the seller actually wants to sell. Multiples are not happening on every home. So we have, we used to have these days where it's like, okay, in the last couple of months, it's like we have showings on Tuesdays and Thursdays at these times, like good luck getting a spot. And then we're taking offers on Friday or Monday at this time. Right? That's called a schedule of offer presentation. And they are not always doing that right now because they have that offer day and crickets, they're not getting one offer, right? So a lot of realtors have adjusted to this shift and they're saying, we'll take offers as they come. So basically, if you see the house today, you want to write on it, send it on over. Okay, so some realtors are still doing the day where they're going to present the offers and they want the offers to come on that one day. But some are switching that up, and it really just depends on the market activity of that particular unit or home that you're selling. The realtors that are a little bit ahead of the game, a little bit more advanced at what they're doing, they are actually going through it,
seeing how it goes, seeing the activity, and then adjusting accordingly, because our market is kind of in this shifting zone, right? And anticipating where it's going to be and versus where it's at and where it has been is a huge part of being a great realtor in this business. So yeah, those are the things that are happening with everything in the industry. So exciting news for buyers, still a seller's market, but there's a lot of shift happening. So if you have any questions, my name is Victoria Mejia, and I'm with Royal LePage Wollstonecraft, and I'd be happy to help you.